All right, people, Catfish Dave here. This is the deepest hole in Watts Bar Reservoir right here. I've never been here. As usual, I've got some type of undesirable condition. I actually got up early because it's supposed to rain, you know, today and tonight. But they said in the morning it would be just a slight chance. Well, I actually got up early. I got down to the boat ramp at daylight, and I sat there and waited for the rain to end. It is now past 10 o'clock in the morning. It still ain't ended, it's still raining. I've got more rain coming. I ain't got no bilge pump. I'm gonna keep an eye on the back of my boat. When it gets about that deep, I'm headed back to the ramp. Either way, I'm gonna have to make quick work of this because the weather, you know, and plus we're getting into that afternoon hour. I'm always seem to be fishing that hour. Let me try to wipe the water off my dang camera here. I'm at the beginning of the hole here, and right now I'm sitting at about 106 foot. It gets a little deeper going down. I'm at the beginning of it, and I'm just going to suspend 3 baits, man. I got a hat over my camera because it's not waterproof. I finally got me a new depth finder in since the other one bit the dust. You don't have no current here, so this far down in the reservoir. We're just spot locked. I'd hate to anchor this deep. That'd be a pain. It took about 20 minutes for that to hit the bottom. If we get something, I hope we get something good, because I hate to spend all day long reeling up dinks. This is some old bait. I've got fresher bait, but I'm wanting to save it for when I actually get some time to fish. I've been catching lots of fish this summer in the holes. Now, if you go down to Nickajack Reservoir, this is how deep you want to fish. I've never fished this deep in Watts Bar, and these fish might not even want to be in here right now. I don't know. They might be more in 60, 70 foot. We'll find out. Either way, we dropping big baits in the deepest hole in the river. We are officially fishing. This is one of those exploratory runs. I've never been here. There's several prime spots, actually about 4 close to this boat ramp that I want to experiment with. Of course, I'm sure I would have been better off to be here at 6 a.m. or to be here at 10 o'clock at night. Either way, we're here in the middle of the day and gonna try and get a bite before we get rained out of here. Like I say, once that boat gets about 4 inches deep in the back, I gotta head back towards the ramp. Well, so far, we've had baits in the water about 2 minutes, and we ain't caught jack squat. Something tasted that center section. Oh, the headpiece just got tasted. In 106 foot, if you wasn't in a boat and you couldn't swim real well, this wouldn't be a very good spot for you to be. So far, 2 small bites pretty quick. Another small bite on the headpiece. The rod on the right just got tasted. Obviously, we found fish. Now the question is there anything decent down there? There we go. Well, we found one down there in the deep. Dag blasted rain. It has rained every day. Man, there's a lot of fish down there in this deep water. Small ones. Fish on. That ain't the one I was hoping for out here in this deep of water. There's a lot of fish down there. Somehow this fish on that side managed to get in this line way over here. That bait on the right's already been hit. Makes me wonder if I've got bait on these other two rods as much as they've been hit. I guess I need to be checking them. Yeah, I do have bait on that one. It's getting hit. A lot of small fish running around in the summertime. A lot of small fish. Both rods just a bouncing. Same time. It's one of those honey holes for eater fish, I can tell you that. Put a smaller piece of bait on the hook and just reel them in right and left. When you stop getting bites, you better check your baits. There's two out of bait, and I'll bet you that headpiece is gone too. These old small fish will wear you out. You'd think you come to this deep of water, there'd be a decent enough sized fish down there to get the hook in his mouth. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Burning through these skipjack fast like this. That fish ain't even hooked in the mouth. He kept playing around with that bait and he's just lassoed. That fish is all gassed up from pulling him up too fast. And I know there's big fish in this hole. Has to be. The problem is these things. You put that skipjack down there and it ain't gonna sit there 2 seconds. I'd say my other two rods have already been baited because they're not moving. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this for bait. This will deter those small fish. And maybe sit down there long enough for a big fish to find it. When I run out of these old skipjacks, I'm not wasting my fresh skipjack out here in the middle of the day. When I run out of this old skipjack, which won't be long, we're gonna bait up with that blue catfish and see what we catch on it. I always release the bigger fish, but I'm gonna tell you what, there ain't no shortage of those size fish around here. Yeah, man, This is ridiculous. 105 foot of water. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. That might be a bigger fish there. Nah, he ain't a bigger fish. He's just a fish. I'm busy over here cutting up blue catfish. When that head gets eat off that shark hook over there, we're gonna bait it up with a big chunk of blue catfish. I'd say that fish is stuck on there. Tell you what I'm gonna do, since we are so limited on old skipjack, I'm gonna put skipjack on just one rod, and I'm gonna use blue catfish on 2 rods. That will greatly deter these bites, and I know good and well a monster catfish will eat that blue catfish. So we're gonna drop this skipjack down. I mean, I don't need another dink trip on video, so we're going to drastic measures here. You'd think you'd come to 106 foot of water, you'd find something over about 8 pounds down there. Tell you what we're going to do. We ain't playing around no more. Right there. Look at that. Just barely gonna hook it through the top of the skin, where I've got plenty of that hook exposed. We're gonna see what that gets right there. Look at that, just destroying those skipjack heads. No problemo. They won't get that off the hook so easy, and most likely won't even touch it. See, I've already got a bite on that skipjack on the right. Those small cats most likely won't even touch this. This bait will be there when I go to leave, if nothing hits it. Won't be changing baits out on these 2 rods no more. There's a fish on there. There we go. Now we got a better fish on there. Look, look. That rod's buried over now. Look at this. Look at this. There he is right there, y'all. All right, y'all. My other camera was about to fall off the front of the boat up here. Either way, man, that fish hit as soon as that bait hit the water. Even that piece of catfish there is getting bit. But when I put that monster piece on there, you see what happened. That's a nice fish. It's a nice fish. Yeah. That right there is what got him. I got one on the line over here. We'll see what he is. I don't think he's near the size of this one. Yeah. That's a lot better fish right there, man. A lot better fish. Big old wide head on him. Told you bigger fish would hit that stuff. Let's see what we got. Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish. A lot bigger than them dinks. That fish chewed me up. That one's all marked up from being on the nest. Yeah, he's got a lot of marks on him from the nest. Bigger than them old dink fish. We got in a little different class of fish. Them bigger fish have been down there the whole time ignoring that skipjack. Because as soon as we dropped these two baits, both rods went down. They were there the whole time and just didn't want nothing to do with that skipjack. And this stuff is so tough you can use it over and over. I'm not going to throw that skipjack away. I'm going to use it to catch more catfish for bait. I'm tired of the dink fish. Put 2 pieces of that catfish on there and, you know, two quality fish finally. You know in your mind, when you come to something like a 105-foot hole, it actually gets deeper than that. But there's got to be a big fish in here. And when all you're seeing is small fish, small fish, small fish, well, that skipjack just ain't working. Many times, that's been the bait of choice. And I have caught my biggest fish on skipjack. But here again, I've used catfish for bait maybe 5 times now. And every time I've used it, I've caught quality fish. My biggest one on catfish was a 50-pounder caught off the bank at Poland Creek in the winter. I was having the same problem, catching small fish, small fish, small fish. And it was in a flooded water condition. And I knew that those big fish come up in there every time it floods like that in the winter. So I said, okay, let's try something different. Let's set something out there that those little fish will leave alone long enough for a big fish to find it. And that's what happened. And those fish didn't have to find that. They were sitting below me the whole time. And as soon as I dropped that down there, they nailed it. Even the smallest one was way bigger than what I've been getting on that skipjack all morning. And by the way, the small cat that I did cut up had river mussels in its stomach. It's that time of year. Yeah, there's another small fish on the skipjack I threw out. And if I leave him out there, he'll be swimming in that other rod. He's going sideways now. I got some more bait for the weekend. Looks like that rain's fixing to hit. I believe these 2 lines are crossed up from them small fish swimming them together. It's getting awful dark over this way. All right, y'all. I spent a lot of time getting out here late, waiting on the heaviest of the rain to get over with. And I've untangled a lot of lines this morning from these small cats getting in my other lines. So, we're running out of time. I'd say the active bite is about done. So, this is a video. There was fish in the video. That makes it a fishing video. This is Catfish Dave with another one, signing out.